Hi, I'm Alisa Reyes, and you are watching and reading Celebrity Interviews. And I'm doing this interview for Jacqueline for Celebrity Interviews. All right, I have a list of questions to answer, and here we go. The first question is, at what age did I start acting? I started acting when I would say around 8 years old. I really wanted to start when I was 3, but my grandmother thought that that was way too young, and she wanted me to have a little bit of a childhood, because if I personally had to say, I would have started as soon as I came out of the womb. I started at the age of 8, and I've been doing it ever since. It's been a passion of mine ever since I was a little girl, singing, dancing, acting, anything that has to do with being in the entertainment business. And I would say I've been very blessed, knock on wood, that I've been able to pursue my career at such a young age. Because really fast, if you want to do anything in regards to whether it's playing music or singing or being an actress, the younger, the better it is to start, because you're more acceptable to learning. And if you know what you want to do at such a young age, then your parents should see the signs and go full force. Because I know when I have kids, I'm going to let them do whatever their heart desires, as long as it's safe and it's true in their heart. All right, next question. What was your very first acting role? Good question, Jacqueline. I would say my big first acting role, of course, before all that on Nickelodeon, which is what most of you guys know me from, was I booked a huge commercial called Honey Nut Cheerios. I was kind of like the commercial queen growing up. I did Wendy's. I did like 4 spots for Wendy's. I did a lot of industrials. I did music videos. I did some independent films. And then I would say at the age of 13 is when I got all that on Nickelodeon. But yeah, I would say my first big acting gig was Honey Nut Cheerios. It was with the little bumblebee. And I remember the boy that played my brother, he was a friend of mine that went to school with me, another fellow actor. And I actually had to rap in it. And the little bee's like rapping and singing. And I'm like, so grab a bowl because we love it a bunch. Honey Nut Cheerios. So, yeah, that was my first commercial. All right, let's see. Next one. What was it like auditioning and becoming part of the first and original cast of All That? Auditioning was very interesting. I had to actually audition for it 7 times. And what's interesting is I found out throughout my other cast members that they actually had to audition for it 7 times as well. So, I don't know, I guess 7's the lucky number. Go gamble that. Put all that on black. The audition process was fun. At the time, I was just auditioning like any normal young actor. I was auditioning for commercials, guest stars, films. And my acting manager said, hey, there's an audition for this nationwide search for a new Nickelodeon show where it's going to be based off of like sketch comedy and improv. And believe it or not, I actually didn't have tons of experience doing comedy. So I remember my mom and I trying to come up with ideas for the show. They gave me a script, one scene, and then I had to come up with this whole routine on my own, which was like a stand-up routine. So my mom and I worked really hard and wrote this really adorable monologue. I wish I had it. I remember it had something along the lines as pretending that my sister had armpit hair from here all the way down to the floor, and it would get in her syrup while she was eating pancakes, and I would braid it. I was just being young and fun and just being free and showing them that I was able to be silly. And eventually I would say off the like 3rd or 4th audition going in, I would actually know all the receptionist names and be like, what's up, Stacy? How you doing? It was crazy. At that point, I was like, do you want me? Because I totally want to be on the show. And I remember getting the call that I got the part, and I had to leave New York City and go all the way to Orlando, Florida, because all of us were from different states. And let me see, the other part of the question is, becoming part of the first and original cast was beyond an honor. We did the pilot, but we knew the minute we all met, and we knew the minute we were all on set, that there was something special, that there was a spark, that there was a fire within this ensemble. And we knew we had a hit show. The writers, the producers, we all had an amazing vibe, and we knew something grand was going to happen. And I mean, aside from being on the show from the beginning and then leaving after season, I think 3 or 4, just to know that I was a part of something that was such a success for 10 years was an honor, and it was very humbling. And I'm so excited. I hope you guys come to Kamikaze Expo this November 5th. We're doing a huge All That reunion, and if this gets posted after Kamikaze, then for those of you that came, thank you, because right now All That on Nickelodeon is actually on Teen Nick because of the fans. All of you guys have supported All That so greatly that the fans petitioned actually for it to come back onto Teen Nick, and now it went from 5 days a week to 7 days a week, 2 times a day, and it's just been amazing. For all you All That lovers, follow me at Alisa, A-L-I-S-A, Reyes, R-E-Y-E-S, and you'll get a chance to follow me on Twitter and do something that I do called All That Trivia. All right, so the next question is, what was my experience like on set of All That? It was a riot. I mean, we were constantly laughing. We were always playing practical jokes on one another. It was really like a big family. I do believe, and I'm strongly a believer in this, that your family does not have to be blood related. I mean, Katrina Johnson, Angelique Bates, Kel Mitchell, all of these are people that are really close friends to me, and someone that I've been able to stay in touch with throughout my whole, career. And I feel that in regards to being on set, it was constantly just joy and madness and laughter, and our families always got along, and it was always just fun to be on set doing what you love. I mean, honestly, it was a great childhood experience. Next question. What was my favorite character skit that I was a part of on All That, and why? Oh, I would say Kiki the Island Girl, right? Hashtag Team Forever and Ever on Twitter. Kiki the Island Girl was definitely my alter ego, but not really, because I am, as you can see, really animated and full of life. But Kiki was a character that was kind of like a spoof of Marianne from Gilligan's Island, and I was just overly hyper off of a lot of candy and sugar, and I was stuck on an island with Lori Beth Denberg, who played Fran. And she wanted to get off the island, and every time we had a chance to leave the island, I would ruin that for us. And roles such as like You Go Girl, which was a superhero character, or always playing kind of the quirky, I would call myself the Goldie Hawn from Laugh-In kind of characters, was just always fun. There was nothing better than just laughing and just being on set and enjoying everything. So yeah, I would say Kiki the Island Girl was my favorite character. Okay, next question. Which is more challenging, working on a set or doing voiceover work? Oh, definitely working on a set, but at the same time, there is a difference, because when you're doing voiceover work, you're not about the physical. You're all about the external, and you have to get all that external out into the physical. When you're acting, it's about the internal and the external, because you're actually being watched and viewed. When you are doing voiceover work, they're listening to you. So yes, the perk is I can go in my Uggs, like I have right now, or I could, go in a hot dress and you guys would never know. Tear moment. But I would say probably, I take that back. I would say voiceover work is a little hard too, because you really got to find things from the depth of your soul, and you got to get all that out in your vocal cords. So, I mean, your voice is definitely an instrument when you're a singer, and also when you're an actor, and also a voiceover artist. So, yeah, I would say all across the board is always challenging. Nothing ever really comes easy, but I guess the more that I do it, the easier it gets. Point taken? Okay. Next question. Let's see. What other acting projects have I been a part of? Do you have a minute? Get some coffee. Well, okay, let's take it back. After All That, I did a show called One World on TNBC, and I won a Hollywood Reporter Award for that, which was amazing. It was like what every young child actress really wanted to get when they were living in Los Angeles. It was a very popular thing at the time, and everyone knows Hollywood Reporter magazine that's in the entertainment business. And then after that, I went on to guest starring on shows like ER, Without a Trace, Boston Public, NYPD Blue, 6 Feet Under, VIP. I was reoccurring on Bold and the Beautiful, a series regular on Passions, the soap. And I also sang, and I did radio for a little bit. I had my own radio show on Blog Talk Radio and on Sirius. And currently, my latest thing is a pilot I'm actually doing called Grown Ups. I'm an associate producer on it, and I have a series regular role. And Katrina Johnson is also going to be a reoccurring, and she's also a producer on it. The show consists of Wesley Jonathan, Karen Ashley from the Power Rangers, and Annalisa Vanderpool from That's So Raven on the Disney Channel. And Wesley was from the show What I Like About You with Amanda Bynes. Check our Facebook page out, our fan page. Please hit like, and I have a fan page on Facebook too. If you don't mind, hit like, spread the word around, because whether it's through my alisareyes.com website or my fan page on Facebook or Twitter, I like to be able to stay in touch with my fans so they can be constantly updated. And I will be having a fan video on YouTube coming out soon, so please check that out. Other than Grown Ups, which we're getting ready to shoot before the holidays of 2012, I'm getting ready to come out with a brand new radio show that's going to have a co-host, Montre Burton of mine, and DJ Zeke, who is going to spin the ones and the twos. And the show's going to consist about pop culture and entertainment, and we're going to have artists perform, and we're going to interview up-and-coming breakthrough artists. And then also, I'm getting ready to film a movie called Forbidden that I've been attached to for a long time, which is about a girl singing group. So I get to sing, and I get to dance, and I get to be all fabulous and be a triple threat and, do what I love doing, because growing up in high school, I went to the Old Fame School, so I majored in musical theater. So wherever I could sing, dance, and act is great with me. Okay, so let's see. Those are kind of current things. And you can always check out what's going on in my career, whether I'm making an appearance, or check out my blog, or if you want to see photos. Coming up soon will be a merchandise app, and you can, get my autograph and buy a shirt, and all that's accessible at alisareyes.com. Okay. Let's see. Can you tell everyone more about the new show you're going to be a part of called Grown Ups? I totally told you guys about that. It's basically, we're going to be shooting a pilot, and starting in the new year, hopefully we will find the baby a home, and you guys will be able to watch it once a week. And it's a scripted show. It's 30 minutes comedy. It's about 3 friends. I play one of the 3 friends, myself, Karen Ashley, Wesley Jonathan. We all play 3 friends that went to college together, and we all found out that we ended up living in the same state, and we end up bumping into each other, and our life's all chaotic, and lo and behold, we open up Bola and nightclub together. And after the nightclub, well, you'll just have to watch the show. We're going to have constant guest star performances from different cameos of artists and actors, or maybe performances in our club. That's why it's great to have the club as an epicenter for the show, mainly because we're going to be able to have constant flow of just like cross promotions. And in a nightclub, I feel that you can have actors and singers stop by, so it's going to definitely be exciting and a fun show, and you won't want to miss it out. So please press like on the fan page for Grown Ups. Next question. If I could act alongside anyone in the future, where would it have to be? If I could act alongside anyone, who would it have to be? Where would it be? My dream as an actress is to do a time period piece. So I would say doing something where I'm playing maybe the Spanish Queen in something like The Tudors, or, anything that I get a chance to have a dialect. Actors that I look up to. Love Al Pacino, love Meryl Streep, love Diane Keaton, love Goldie Hawn, love Marissa Tomei, love Sandra Bullock. Actors kind of along that line. Love comedy, love drama. That's why after One World and all that, when I got a chance to guest star on different shows that were more drama-based, it just was so much meatier and in-depth. And really, one of my favorite sets I worked on was ER. Such a professional set, and I don't know. I would say probably, doing movies of something along a timepiece era. Who are my inspirations? That's a good question. My mother. God rest her soul. My mother passed away a few years ago, and I always say that my mother's death is my rebirth. And I would say she was a very strong stepping stone for me. She was my best friend. She was my rock. And as a mother, she supported me and allowed me to do anything I wanted to do. Inspirations would be, I guess, other actresses that have gotten the chance to take the stage and just do what they love. God, that's such a good question. I can't even begin to think. I would say inspirations are people that are around me. You know, I mean, I can name a list, a roster of actors that are currently now working, but inspirations are people that actually touch me, that are physically around me. People within my church, you know, people within my family, strong role models. And I would say my mother. Let's see. Do I have any other acting projects going on right now or any upcoming events? Well, like I said, I've already kind of said that throughout this whole interview, what I've been doing, and Kamikaze is the latest thing that's happening. And anything after January 2012, just check out alisareyes.com for more updates. What advice for anyone wanting to act sing as a career, or just advice in general about careers? It's a really good question. I've always gotten a lot of questions, which, by the way, if you want to email me, I do email people back. I might take a second, but I will gladly email you back. You could do that at Alisa Reyes 4 ever@gmail.com. And my name is spelled ALISA, R to the E to the Y to the E to the S. Advice. I actually think I have a blog about advice because I don't think we have enough time to even have me say anything. That's another thing. I'm working on an autobiography, and there you will definitely get the juice about what it's like to be in my shoes and being a child actress. If you want to be in the business, I would say find out what's going on locally within your area. Maybe get involved in theater, take an acting class. The only thing that you ever have to pay for out of pocket is your headshots and perfecting your craft by taking an acting class. Definitely the support of your family is a big go, especially if you're a minor. And if you get a chance to actually meet with an agent, they only take close to 10% of your money, and that's if you book a job. So I would suggest finding out what's going on locally, getting involved maybe in a local theater, start asking around, look into acting classes, then work on your headshots, then submit your photos to agents. Simple as that. If you are in the East Coast, and if you are in the West Coast, such as New York and Los Angeles, there's a book that used to be called The Ross, ROSS, Reports. Now it's called The Call Sheet. And that is a book where you can actually access different agencies and managers where you can submit yourself and go in possibly for a meeting. Now, if you have experience, then you probably won't be asking me this question. But if you don't have experience and they might call you in, then you might have to prepare a monologue or a scene. So that's why acting classes are definitely going to come in handy. Maybe an acting class on how to audition and, you know, start at the 101 basics. All right, my next question is, what's my favorite past TV show? Should I age myself? I don't know why the show My Two Dads just came up. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, it was a girl that was able to go like this or something, and then like time froze. Or was that another show? No, that was another show. She was like a magic girl. I love show from the 80s. I'm an 80s chick. I love show from the 90s. I mean, let's see. Growing Pains, Full House, all that. I love cartoons. Like Animaniacs. I'm just naming all different kind of silly things that I like. I can't even begin to like think, because nowadays everything is so reality based. So I'm like, TV shows. Yeah, I would say shows from like the 80s or 90s. Silver Spoons, Charles in Charge. How's that? Step by Step? Okay. What is my favorite current TV show? That's a little easier. Love Hot in Cleveland. Love America Horror Story on FX. Obsessed. Love The Tudors. That's my Renaissance era-esque. What else? I am victim for some reality shows, but I'll never tell. Let's see. If I was stuck in one TV show, which would it have to be? The Beverly Hillbillies, baby, because I want to be lamping and chilling and relaxing, and then I can invite all you guys to come over and we can have a huge party. Okay, let's see. Next question. What was the last movie you saw in the movie theater? Well, we just wrapped up Halloween, and I actually went and saw Paranormal Activity 3. I saw 1 and 2. Oh my God, so scary. If you didn't see it, go see it. All my Twitter followers, some were saying they didn't like it. Listen, movies are a preference. You don't have to like it. You don't have to love it. But I liked it. It scared the crap out of me. I felt so bad for the guy sitting next to me because I was screaming murder. I definitely am a little baby when it comes to horror, but I love it, and I love to torture myself watching it because there's nothing better than just, getting a kick out of something and having a little fear kind of crawl under you. It's human, it's healthy, enjoy it. Totally watch scary movies. Love it. Okay, next question. Who was your favorite Disney princess as a child? Aside from Cinderella, I have to say Snow White, simply because of her raven hair. But what girl doesn't like Cinderella? Hello? Oh yeah, and I gotta give it up to Jasmine. Jasmine's hot, Miss Exotica. What is the one thing that you cannot live without? My Blackberry. Seriously, somebody asked me recently if there was like a Blackberry addiction, counseling session, would I go? And I was like, probably. I'm always glued to my phone, and it's far away from me right now, simply for the fact that I'm doing this interview. But no, I mean, it's my way of being accessible. I could check my Gmail. I could check my, Twitter. I can check my Facebook. I can email when I'm on the go if I have an audition. It's just become convenient, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I love my Blackberry. She's pretty. She's purple. Do I have any pets? 1. Her name is Bootsy. She's a kitty. She's adorable. I love her. She belonged to a great uncle of mine that passed away. His name was Uncle Dom, and now I inherited Bootsy. She's a tuxedo, black and white cat, and she is a fierce diva. And if you want to see photos of her, she's on my Facebook page. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is the question that I have had no answers. And all this, just so you know, I'm answering off the bat, okay? I have nothing rehearsed. This is all from mi corazón. If you had a soundtrack to your life, what song or songs would have to be on it? All right, let me just... Holiday, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, celebrate. Just to celebrate and to live life and to be happy and to also vogue. We gotta have a little Britney, right? Let's see. Cause I'm a womanizer, No, I'm not a womanizer. I'm a manizer. I can't believe I just did that to myself. I would say Holiday is the perfect song for the soundtrack of my life. Let's see. Do I have a charity closest to my heart? Well, a new charity I'm actually going to get involved in is a charity that Jacqueline is actually going to share with me about Turner syndrome, which is something that she has. So I'm getting educated about that a little bit. And then also I work with the National Wildlife Federation, the Cancer Society. I work with the United Nations, Walk for Wishes, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Cancer is definitely something that holds a true place to my heart. My mother had cancer, and she was a survivor. And at the same time, so many people now are surviving breast cancer. So please know that there is a cure coming soon, and there is definitely a lot of hope. If you feel that there's any charities that I should know about, email me at alisareyesforever@gmail.com. 4 is the number 4. Let me know, because Jacqueline just turned me on about Turner syndrome, and I would love to get more educated in any way that I can help and spread the word and acknowledge people. Please feel free to share it with me, and I'll help spread the word as much as I can. Okay, the next question is, do I have a favorite quote or saying that is always on your mind? Yes. 2 quotes. Carpe diem, which means seize the day. You live life as if it's your last. My mama always said there's enough hours in a day to get everything done. Okay? So on your little to-do list, you can check all that off. Take a moment. Breathe. It's going to be all right. Okay? We can't predict tomorrow. We can't worry about yesterday. All we can worry about now. And the other quote is, you treat others. It's the golden rule. We all learned it in school. You treat others as you wish to be treated. Don't do anything to anyone you wouldn't want done to you. I think enough said for that. Last question. Could I maybe sing a little piece of a song for everyone? Well, I do sing. For those of you that don't know much about my music career, I was in a girls group called 3Gs. We were with Hollywood Records, and we actually had a song on the Princess Diary soundtrack. And then since then, I've been working on my solo stuff. I actually did a concert where I opened up for Aaron Carter in Deerfield Beach, Florida, during the time I was boat racing. For all of you that don't know, in my extreme sports world, I actually race cigarette boats, where I raced a 32 Fountain Mercury non-canopy, and I had a throttle guy, and we won second place in Miami, so I better work, right? If you want to see more about that, check my bio out, whether it's through Wikipedia, or please go to my website, alisareyes.com, because people can kind of interfere on Wikipedia and add their own stuff. My website, everything is official. As far as music, what should I sing? God, what to sing? I guess I'll sing a little bit of a song that I sang before. It's called Simple and True. I'll just sing a little tidbit snippet. And a fan of mine actually put it on the internet and, played it for everyone, which was cute. It kind of got leaked, so I'll share a little bit of it with you. Twisted, you're shaking my existence. You love me now, and this is all I've come to know. I was running, I didn't see it coming. I keep falling, so now I'm in too deep to let it go. Alright, that's a little snippet. I love you guys. You have to definitely check out Celebrity Interviews. Jacqueline, shout out. She's the best. Please follow her. She's up and coming, and she's rising to the top. Just another one of our many role models that we have out there. Thanks for listening to me, Gabba Gabba Gabba. Follow me at Alisa Reyes on Twitter. Check me out on Facebook, and also the Grown Up page on Facebook. And please visit alisareyes.com. Until then, peace, love, and happiness.